Data and analysis. So after taking the AMEQ, results are evaluated using the table. Morning nest, evening nest scores range from 13 to 86, and each of the scores are indicated by the following. 13 to 30 is a definite evening type, 31 to 41, moderate evening type, 42 to 58, intermediate type, 59 to 69, moderate morning type, and 70 to 86 is definite morning type. Now, to analyze the data, we use a series of formulas. Analyzing sleep, NB minus ST over NB times 100. A statistical analysis on accuracy where NB is the natural bedtime taken from the online quiz result. ST is the sleep time that was recorded every evening for 2 weeks straight. And for analyzing wake, we use the formula LT minus WT over LT times 100. Also a statistical analysis on accuracy, where LT is light treatment taken from the online quiz result. WT is the wake up time recorded every morning for 2 weeks straight. And to determine the evaluated value, we use the formula S plus W over 2, where S is the analyzed sleep value and W is the analyzed wake value. For descriptive analysis, we categorize it into 3 parts. 1 is 0 to 10, that means close. 10 to 20, considerable. 20 to 30 plus is far. This is based on the formulated statement that says, the closer the evaluated value to the number 0, the more accurate it is to the face value of the estimated sleeping pattern. So let's take, for example, my results. So I am a moderate morning type since I got the score 59. My melatonin onset occurs 9 p.m. Natural bedtime is 11:15 p.m. and light treatment is 6 a.m. So let's look at the first one, November 18 to 19. I slept at 9:49 p.m. So in this result, we converted the time into a value where we could easily solve it using decimals. So after using the formula for sleep value, I got 12.71. Also, the same goes with taking the wake value, which is 4.16. To get the evaluated value, I added the sleep value and wake value and divided it by 2 and got 8.44. This means that 8.44 belongs to the close category since it is between 0 to 10. Therefore, the descriptive analysis is close.
For the results and discussion, it seems that respondent 1 follows the assumed circadian rhythm about 50% of the time. Respondents 2, 5, and 6 for 35.71%. Respondents 4 and 10 for 55.4%. Respondents 3 for 21.43%. Respondent 7 for 85.75%. Respondent 8 for 42.86%, and respondent 9 for 7.14%. This percentage means that it is the evaluated number that has a higher percentage to the circadian rhythm, which in here, respondent 7 seems to follow the pattern 85% of the time, which has the highest percentage, and respondent 9 follows it only for 7.14%. In an average percentage of all the respondents, it is 42.86, which is categorized as close, which has 0 to 10 in the data statistical analysis, and 44.29% is considerable or acceptable. and 12.86% was far from the circadian rhythm results. The data also shows that 60% of the respondents are of the intermediate type. This type, it means that they are either morning or evening person. And 30% of the respondents were aware of their type. They know that they were a morning type or an evening type. All of the respondents have no regular sleeping routine. And also they use their gadgets during nighttime. They are your regular teenagers who seems to have no sleeping routine because of a lot of tasks, and also they use their gadget before sleeping, which is not really good. Also they have, however, they have a comfortable space to rest, and all of them feels tired when they wake up. Approximately 90% of them does not drink any sorts of energy drinks or caffeinated drinks. And 70% of them takes naps in the afternoon, eats light meal in the evening, and feels more active during the night. 60% of them does no relaxation before bedtime, and yet finds themselves easily to fall asleep. And 50% of them finds waking up as an easy task, however they don't feel refreshed when they do so.
In conclusion and recommendation, the study shows that internal clock is real, in which we refer to as circadian rhythm. Our body follows a cycle in which without setting it will function on its own. Since our body has an internal clock as proven by the studies, we disrupt it, especially our sleeping schedule due to the overuse of gadgets. Although our body has this internal clock, but each person differs in response to this. There are persons based on our correspondence whom what we call morning or evening persons, or majority of them either of the two, the intermediate. They have no regular sleeping routine, but there can still adjust with their internal clock. Thought this circadian rhythm is not accurate because our body responds differently, but we should try our best to adapt to it since it is in our body. Our internal clock tells us of our sleeping time, but also with the regularity of our eating habits and to eat light meals in the night, it is good that 90% of our respondents does not drink coffee in the morning. This shows that they are still active when they wake up in the morning, even with different sleeping schedules. We need to have also a relaxing exercise before we sleep, so to have a good rest at night. And taking a short nap during the day is also good to recharge our body and make us more active. The researchers would like to recommend the future researchers to have respondents not less than 20 and in a wider age range. The study must be conducted more than 2 weeks and list different variables that affects their sleep schedule, such as work, school activities, or any entertainment purposes. The researchers must also conduct light treatment to the respondents to know if their circadian rhythm would reset so they could adjust their body clock to be in line by their activities that they need daily.
So, our internal clock's real? Based on our study, yes, statistically proven, internal clocks does exist. So is there a specific time frame where our bodies fall asleep and wake up? The answer is yes, because a specific time frame where we wake up and sleep is related to the circadian rhythm. Wouldn't that be cool that we can manipulate this waking up and sleeping of our body and use it as our advantage when we have a meeting? For example, we want to wake up in this specific time without the use of alarm clocks. So we can manipulate ourselves to wake up in that specific time if we can properly grasp the factors affecting the circadian rhythm. So our internal clock's real? Yes. Good night.
Good night.
Hi.
Thank you.
Night. That's it, guys. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Stop na ko yung record. Stop.